There she was, happily smiling. I put my finger to my lips and indicated quiet and held my hand in a wait, then opened the screen and helped her climb. By grabbing her under her shoulders, her feet now able to dig in to climb the shingles sheet, rising up and in landing on my bed, which had a bedspread just like the one on the I Love Lucy show. Only the next production was to be I Love Lulu. We embraced and then kissed and then more and more. Hello again, Lou.
Oh, Rick, I have so much to tell you.
I'm Rick now.
Yes, it's from the end of Patrick, for your friend is also named Patrick, and Sharon likes him. So since it was confusing, I've renamed you Rick.
And you are?
I'm Lucille. Wanna see?
She began undoing her blouse. You don't have to, but then there they were.
I need to show them to especially you and only you. I never forgot that popsicle. How funny is that? And the time we spent. I've been thinking of you for 2 months now.
Wow.
Want to touch them? I don't have time for pleasantries.
Let's kiss some more, and then I'll go for them all around. We celebrated the awakening of her nature for quite a while, and I'm sure the readers really have no interest in this at all in the least bit. Nor does anything lucky like this ever seem likely to happen in young life, but it did with her.
I was at my father's place, Rick, in the middle of frickin' Iowa with horses, cattle, and chickens on a farm run by my grandfather. I read a lot of books, even studied alcoholism, dove into love stories, and more in my spare time. I want to see and notice all of life. It was wonderful, but farm life is not for me really long term. I'm a city girl, in a village, a toughie greaser even, almost. A cabin in Wisconsin would have been just as bad, unless we were there together.
Where are you supposed to be right now?
My mother conked out anyway. It has to open next year, someone said. They have big lights down there now, so they can work at night, watching the expressway.
Hips, curves, legs, everything, everywhere. You've blossomed in all places. Wow, look at you!
You cared about me, Rick, in my awkling, ducking, moody stage, and I just had my first period that day.
But how did you know that I kept on caring? Yes, but you were well on your way, and I do like awkling in place of ugly. And it even rhymes with duckling. Okay, you didn't feel well, I remember.
Why would you look under a rock every day for 2 months?
Your mother saw me?
She did, and my aunt.
I had hoped so, as part of my plan.
And sometimes you were over there. And that mean old Michael Burrell always looking around?
So, he didn't just look from his porch. He's not so mean anymore. I'm helping him get along in life.
Well, yes, but early on, he put a chair way out on his lawn and stared straight at my apartment all day long, reading books.
Well, he was a bit too dutiful in doing that.
And your friend, Pat Hickey, has been talking with Sharon at Carroll Playground after the games for the last 2 nights, but way across, in the shadows of Lincoln.
Well, he didn't tell me, but I sent him on that quest a while ago, since he said he liked her a long time ago, but, 6th grade and all that.
Girls are about a year ahead of boys, well, most of them, especially those who still bring a frog in their pocket to school.
Plus, I was born in December, although I still have an extra year of schooling and being out and about. And I plead guilty to spying on all counts. The gap has been closed. Okay, we're even, Steven.
In Iowa. I'm only a few weeks younger than you, if that. I was too thin, too. Stress slowed me down. I read about it. And I'm January. I read a ton of books on that farm, from the classics to romances and mysteries galore. And you're not that far ahead. You had to grow up quicker too, Rick.
I'll have to brush up on my Sherlock Holmes some more, such that those followed or observed duly remark, but I saw no one. Wow, I see, and I'm sorry about the spying.
My mother backdated her sighting of you to you being you of the rock checker, as the one looking when she went out to buy a bottle. I felt connected to you.
It's as if we have been together all this time when we weren't.
Don't be sorry, those goings-on brought feeling to me in Iowa.
I surrender. Okay, sentence me.
I am your noun, verb, and sentence. That is, if you've missed me.
I already did and am going to more. I missed you with every clunk of the pile driver machine, which has mercifully passed out of our area, it becoming replaced with your heartbeat, which it represented all along.
You sometimes speak like some kind of poet or as beyond your years. That's what a girl likes to hear.
Then I leave it there until perhaps late evening, turning into a sportsman in between. It makes the school day fly by. It all comes to rest behind my ears. I read, I learn from those beyond in years, and I like to write.
I'm not beyond any years, but behind, as you say, if it must be one or the other. Sharon cased your house the other day. She saw the porch, and then your father came out and she got so spooked that she ran all the way home.
I saw. I tried to catch up with her.
She didn't see you, Sherlock.
I'll tell you about it.
Later. I'm carrying out your sentence now, Rick.
There went my night clothes that I had partially put back on. Well, Lucille, you're leaps and bounds ahead of me.
But you're a great student. And I really didn't know anything much about this either.
Because you only just read about it or saw it on a farm.
Right you are, Sherlock, on both.
See? I'll make a good detective yet.
I love the breezes out here. Wish I could sleep over.
You will. We'll figure a way. I'm already on it.
Rick, tell me more about the goddamn expressway.
We're on it in the fast lane, speeding along, daring to be ticketed.
Yeah, all the lightnings of the world can't keep up.
That's a good one. More?
The heavens explode and rain their blessings down.
Keep going.
The soft, sweet liquids grow the plants, nature's promise of the toil from the soil.
You're a wildflower, all right.
I'm the wildest, a once thriving weed transformed to flowerdom. I am Lucille, no more Lulu.
And no more Lucy.
Hey, I thought I saw you when my father picked me up.
You did. I wanted to be around the glowing aura of our meeting place.
It felt so good. A future was unfolding before my eyes, which is what I told myself later. We looked straight at and into each other after a while, didn't we?
We did. I saw the rarest of concoctions, one mixed by the gods.
Ha, they're playing with fire. I've been hoping so much that I've been planning and dreaming of this kind of get-together for a week.
Sometimes things work out perfectly.
I am Lucille, and I am yours, and you are mine.
The Everly Brothers just put out an album with a song, Lucille, on it, about doing or not your daddy's will.
I had to, and I'll have to, I suppose. Now really about the expressway.
The speedway has yielded to soft shoulders and more, for it has taken us out of this world.
Rick, come on.
Okay, I've been saving this one. In Maywood, they had to relocate 4,000 graves so the expressway doesn't run over dead people. Many of the high school kids worked on it for the last 2 years. How's that grab you?
I don't want any zombie reaching out of the road and grabbing me.
What am I going to do with you, my grown-up comic book heroine?
Love me just as you do. I tread deep waters, and they are rough.
I do.
Okay, that's your sentence. We're married.
We kissed some more, and then held on to each other for dear life.
How is this happening, Rick? So magically and so, I don't know the word, so drivingly.
You dreamt of us during the summer and then came right here to me, making it real.
But you made me do that after we first met. A seed grew, sown by you.
But you were out there watching.
But you came over.
In short, it was written in the stars a long time ago.
I'll take that. Fate, destiny, luck, right place, right time, even if just for a few weeks of summer and the first part of the school year.
We rested for a while. Hours had flown by.
Good night, Rick. I have to go soon, maybe, just in case of, well, I don't know what really. It seems I'm becoming terribly adventurous and will gladly allow that to take me over, but I have to see how it goes. I sleep in the front room, on the sofa, and my mother hardly ever seems to come out there during the night.
How come you might have a limited time here?
I'm going to school in frickin' Iowa, eventually, probably there for sure in December, but I'll probably start here. I'll know more soon. However, if my father can hurry up and get remarried, then they won't want me around, or so I'm told. which is really because of her, but she's okay otherwise. Oh, Rick.
Lucille, don't worry about it, for the time is always now. Never wait, never pause.
Thanks, and as you see and saw, I don't.
Gusto, bravery, resolution.
Fearless, in love, spirited, valiant, onward.
If it all goes poof one day, then I'd say that I'd lived a lifetime already.
Me too.
My friend Pat and I are sleeping out in my tent tomorrow if it isn't storming.
I'll bring Sharon. Maybe see you at the expressway after lunch tomorrow too.
Hope so, I'll be there. Wow, it's way after midnight now. Lucille clambered out the window, whispering,
My mother had better be sound asleep and not having had to get up to go to the bathroom to deposit the drinks that she rents, as in one end and then out the other.
You put pillows and things under your blanket to make it look like you were sound asleep on the sofa.
Yes, I did. Don't you know me? Always have a backup plan.
Walk with the wind and move with the water.
Rick, I'm wearing black and they'll say, but I saw no one.
Take the alleys. Who knows who will be driving down the streets? Cross Winona right here and cut through my grandmother's yard.
Okay, and our love is our secret.
Agreed. We don't need the wrong people finding out. I lay back, ready to sleep. Miracles do happen after all, but this was no streetcar named Desire. It was an express train, and I was pouring coal into the fire. Well then, run me over. I found her the next day, out watching the progress of the expressway just after lunchtime.
Still on for tonight?
On and on. You're the Cannonball Express and I'm the tracks.
You are the trucks and I am the expressway.
We kissed some more, but quickly. We'd need more restraint in public. This road was brand new for each of us, and we had layered down the pavement.
I'm a new woman from the last time we were here.
Yes, you've been farmed and have grown into the vision I'd reckoned you would. Nature's promise came through for you in America's heartland. You are feeling your oats.
So me. They fed me well on the farm. So you're a student of human nature, Rick, noting the goings-on of all ages?
I'm a student of Shakespeare who was a student of human nature.
I read his love sonnets.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you're in for it.
And I'm asking for it.
Look, Rick, the freight trains are running. Guess they didn't need that much to get on their wheels.
Yeah, and the transit lines are being tested. Harlem Avenue has a buoyed bridge, as from before, but now the ramps are going down from it, on both sides in the middle as planned. Oak Park Avenue is still closed. We're cut off. We live on a land island. How will we survive on this isle?
I like being alone together, Rick. Suddenly we have an inner world as large as a universe.
We're fast!
We'll last.
To the moon, Lucille.
And around other worlds, Rick?
So here we are at the railing again.
This expressway project took more effort than building the darn pyramids, didn't it?
I'd say so. They've been thinking about it since the 40s, but the war delayed it. And then there were all the Chicago plumbing, electric, and buildings that had to be reconfigured.
Rome wasn't built in a day.
But we were in 20 minutes.
You carried us on your flying daydream horses while I went off and sprouted the wings to fly with you.
You're becoming poetic again, Lucille.
Yeah, from backward Iowa's timeless goodness and their heartfelt sayings that I added to but couldn't show them, but I still can't make it there. They'll run out of books and I'll tire of milking cows and feeding hay.
We can only hope. The fates have brought us this far, a jillion miles out to uncharted territory.
I was a darkling duckling, Rick, on that day we met. What did you ever see in me?
I saw love, daring, promise, adventure, maturity, romance, fine talk, seeking, wishing, hope, a spirit that could not be quenched even by a rough life, and beauty, a glow behind the darkness ready to burst forth into the light.
You can see through murky shadows and wearied eyes?
Yes, but it was really your father who saved the day and watered you, my summer flower. He got you away from the misery for a while and you perked up.
You're right, for he told me that. He's a good man. The worst he ever does is to get a little impatient. And of course, he's been through a lot with my mother.
Yeah, he tapped on his car. I saw life in you, Lucille.
I borrowed your life for a while to rekindle my own, the open Iowa fields of sunshine doing the rest. I needed that.
You're a supernova now, my dear, over shining galaxies of sunflowers.
And you know, Rick, it's scary out in life and in the future, for one can see future all around here. Not to be dismal or to get too deep, but look at the families around here, and on your street too. They have lots of kids, have to commute to jobs and work all day, and then get home tired and have to worry about all kinds of things. Many of them ending up either blanked out or crabby.
I like deep, but yes, it's often enough of blackness, as you say, although there are some happy families, and you and I both have empathy and feeling for all that goes on.
I can see into the deepest dark. I've always been able to. Sometimes it's like a plague, though, for I see, sense, and feel all the suffering that goes on for mankind. But the happiness too, thankfully.
I have this feeling that a kind of automatic behavior just takes people over, and then they go on its own autopilot, they having to fall and follow their thoughts. It's as if I've discovered some terrible but necessary secret of the universe's workings, but people just doing any old random thing out of the blue would be worse, wouldn't it?
My mother does the robot thing. She gets counseling but just ignores it. It's a disease, you know.
Perhaps some cannot learn, which is a pity, as this is a state of doom from which there is no return. For it's learning that enlarges the range of choices that, well, the brain still serves up. But at least the results can then carry one further than if there was no learning. Of course, that's if you have the inclination to learn in the first place. The whole smash is kind of insidious.
Got a book on this?
I'll have it in the tent tonight.
We're sailing along on automatic love too.
Yeah, but we like its track.
And, Rick, go to the drugstore and tell the man to get you a pack of some of those things from behind the counter that your way older brother that you don't have asked you to please obtain for his honeymoon.
All the way on our second day?
I don't have time to wait, Rick, which I still would, but for love. I have to live months in a day and a year in a week, and so do you. We're a rare conjunction, and at a time in life when we are relatively free from what chores will fall in the future.